Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another weather forecast, and we're going to be continuing to watch out for the potential major southeastern snowstorm that's already on its way and occurring, already bringing a few snow showers right now in the Ozarks and making its way eastward as well. Not only are we looking at for some wintry mess, but we are looking at for some potential severe weather and some flooding here. But we're looking at snow all the way in the deep south here, looking at Charlotte, looking at Greenville, South Carolina, Nashville, and Huntsville, and as well, in potentially Southern Virginia here. So we are going to be looking at very detailed radars here in great depth, as this will occur as early as the next few hours into tomorrow. So definitely going to be a very detailed video. So if you want to get accurate information and the latest data, then be sure to watch this whole video. And I will have another video out later this evening, so maybe 7-8 o'clock Eastern time, so stay tuned for that video. So I will have two videos out today, the one you're watching right now, and then the one in the next few hours here, since this storm is very close. And obviously I want to give you guys the most accurate information after the 18Z comes out, but this is going to be mainly 12Z, as obviously it's 3:30 right now. So this one we're going to be watching right now. Let me actually zoom in quite a good bit right now. So we actually have already windstorm warnings now in northern Georgia. I'm actually in a county just south of that winter storm warning here, but I would not doubt if I get into some type of alert very soon. But windstorm warnings now are issued all the way from far southern Virginia, those far counties on the border with North Carolina, all the way down there into Georgia. So let me zoom in even more here. That's what we're looking at there. Up into northern Georgia, much of western North Carolina, Greensboro, North Carolina, you guys are under a windstorm watch. As well, near the Franklin, North Carolina area, you guys are also near the windstorm watch, but you're under a warning as well. Blue Ridge, Georgia, Hiawassee, McCaysville, you guys are all under the windstorm warnings. Then again, I live right here. I'm just outside that windstorm warning here, but we're going to be really watching out for extreme threats here, up to near half a foot or more of snow, those higher elevations there where we have those warnings, and then advisories as well in far southern Virginia, as well in place for Tennessee, as well into portions in far upstate South Carolina. But I do expect some more special weather statements or winter weather advisories to move slightly more south into Georgia, more into North Carolina and South Carolina here. This is what we kind of have right now. There's a few special weather statements there for Nashville and portions of Kentucky, but I do expect a lot more alerts in this general region, as well as protected for some flash flood watches and warnings across this whole area deep in the southeast by as well later tonight, as that rain will start to really move in very quickly here. So this is what we're looking at right now here. So you see that snow in the next few hours out there in far southeastern Missouri. That should be some of those near Poplar Bluff right there, of course, and that'll make its way more to the east here now into areas into near Union City in Tennessee there. Moving as one near Paducah. And that cold air does continue to move more southward as that cold air moves more as you go overnight. We'll start to see all those rain showers there. That green starts to convert into rain showers ever so slightly there as far north as Paducah, Louisville. You guys can potentially see some snow from this, because this low pressure is all the way down there in central Georgia and Alabama. But we're going to be seeing a ton of moisture across the whole low pressure. So whatever moisture is up here will be snow, because that's where we'll be seeing those really well below freezing temperatures here. But yeah, some snow out there for Tennessee there. Actually, this little strand of hair is bothering me right there. There we go. So there you see that snow in upper Tennessee, and then some snow, of course, in those higher elevations there in the Asheville region. So whatever really goes there as well will be snow, as you guys have an advantage to the of course, how high you guys are in the elevation. Then that snow continues to develop now to tomorrow morning near the Nashville metro. However, the worst snow will be just east of Nashville. So Nashville, you guys are just miss a lot of that snow there as well. As a Gatlinburg, as one area, as one near Greenville, as well, all the way into areas like Toccoa, Georgia, Gainesville, Georgia can get some snow obviously tomorrow morning, and that'll continue up there in upper Georgia and portions of those Appalachians into much of tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon. Let's go ahead and move out of this way here. So really watching guys well for some big time severe weather to the south Low pressure going to be right there. So anything to the north will mainly be snow, especially from those high elevations. You got the Blue Ridge Mountains, Chattahoochee Forest. You got obviously the Great Smoky Mountains, and of course the more western half there once again to Tennessee. But to the south, we are going to be seeing potential big time flooding here. But of course, really watching that snow in the next 30-ish hours. That snow will continue. Sorry, not 30-ish hours. This will be tomorrow morning. And then we go later on. There you see that snow mix really developing here now into the next few hours here by tomorrow morning. Of course, there you see Friday morning. There's that big mix potentially down there into the Gainesville, Georgia. The mix as well across the Georgia-South Carolina border line. And then, of course, more to the north, it'll be very defined heavy snow here. Just with the Charlotte there and as well Greensboro into areas, of course, later on. I don't know why I'm going this way. And then we continue to see that snow developing there in northern Georgia, there in Gainesville, where I live, of course. Upper northeastern Georgia. It'll start to move out by late tomorrow morning. However, it's not over for the rest of the areas as well. Really heavy snow there, continuing for like Greensboro, now getting Fayetteville, now getting, not Fayetteville, now getting into let's see, Raleigh and Durham. That's what I meant, not Fayetteville and Durham. And that snow will start to really get very heavy for areas as well on the border with Virginia. That's where we will possibly have warnings in place very soon there. So there's that snow for Asheville up there in Boone as well into the far southern Virginia region here. Let me move a bit more this way here so you guys can actually see later on here and get later by later Friday morning or tomorrow afternoon, that snow will continue down to coastal areas near Richmond. You guys could get some snow there. Virginia Beach, you guys may get a few flurries there, but really watching that this whole area. The southern side starts to really dry out, so I don't expect big time flooding threats for the I guess Outer Banks or anything like that. Maybe a few severe thunderstorms on and off there, but really heavy snow continuing for Asheville, continuing for Hickory, continuing for Winston-Salem. Raleigh going to start getting that snow later on again. And Charlotte, a second wave of snow continuing. So Charlotte, you guys may get some sledding snow here where you can sled. So that would be interesting here. Let's now move this way. Check and look at the Tennessee and Kentucky Valley here. I get to say, most of that snow will be east of Nashville. They're getting up to around 1 to 3 inches east of Nashville. Nashville, nothing, maybe a trace. And then you see those higher and those off the Mississippi River, we could actually get up to a trace or so. But really watching out here in the Great Smoky Mountains, this is where we get the bullseye here. Up to near a foot of snow in these areas here. This is according to the ARRR. Very heavy snow there near Asheville. Getting to 5 to 8 inches there for Nashville. And up in Boone can get up to 9 inches of snow. Of course, down there in northern Georgia can get some snow as well. Gainesville, 1 to 2 inches is possible according to the ARRR. And then right there in upper Georgia near Raven County, up to 5 to 8 inches of snowfall here, which is why we have those warnings there for Raven County. That's kind of what we have there for the Tennessee and Kentucky Valley, and this is a look at the Carolinas here. So there you see that snow there in northern Georgia could be quite heavy. I just doubt a lot of accumulation. But there you see that most amount of accumulation will be, of course, mainly to the east of Georgia. Very heavy snow, of course, for the whole western half of North Carolina. Just to the east, of course, going to be maybe very cold rain. Could lead to some potential black ice following nighttime. But I really doubt anything to really happen in these areas. Maybe an inch or two for Greenville. Maybe up to 4 inches near Charlotte. My best range for Charlotte's probably 2 to 3 inches of snow there. And of course, across this whole those whole Great Smoky Mountains will be very heavy snow as well. Up there to southern Virginia could actually get some snow. Up to maybe 4 inches for Richmond. That could be quite shocking here. Here's another look. Just a look at the NAM 3 kilometer now. Up to as well 2 inches there for Gainesville, Georgia. But look, higher total of snow, especially east of the Great Smoky Mountains. Up to around 5 8 inches in east central Tennessee. Up to around half foot in Gatlinburg. Up to an inch near Bristol. But things continue to be very wicked and wild for the Great Smoky Mountains. Up to some scattered areas up to a foot outside Asheville, outside Boone. And then, of course, higher totals for now, higher totals for Charlotte, up to 6 inches, which I really doubt, as well up to 4 inches there near Greenville. I do doubt that as well. But this could be interesting. Temperatures could be colder than expected. Global models seem to show warmer temperatures than more detailed models. So that's obviously something to keep in mind. And then here's a look at the European. And they're showing as well some potential for some heavy snow. Very heavy snow, actually, up to a 4 for some areas. Boone, up to 9 to 10 inches of snowfall. Asheville, around 5 to 8 inches. Getting as well up to a trace in northern Georgia. But again, the European as well, showing those higher totals in east central Tennessee. So that's also something to really watch out there. Up to 5 to 8 inches there for those areas. Up to outside of Gallenberg can get up to a foot. And then, of course, they do actually have up to 4 inches for Greensboro. And up to really nothing for Greenville. So something to really keep in mind here. But again, can't forget about the flooding here. The flooding could actually be quite significant, obviously, especially for those areas off the coast where that low pressure will actually be. But really, I mean, it's going to really start into Mississippi right now. But getting up to 2 inches of rain for areas like Myrtle Beach there, that's going to be the heaviest rain for this actual system. But really, Atlanta, less than half an inch of rain. Up there near Gallenberg may reach an inch. And those higher elevations may reach an inch to an inch and a half, as when near Charlotte can actually get near an inch and a half as well. So this is kind of what we're seeing right now. Not going to be too big time flooding, which is why I would recommend flash flood watches and maybe a few warnings off the Gulf Coast, or not the Gulf Coast, off the Carolina coast. Maybe a few severe thunderstorm watches as well. I just don't see too much when it comes to the southern threat. But when you go more to the north, that's where we see that big time snow and potential ice here. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll have another video out later this evening. Bye, guys.